from 1969, I started with marijuana, right? And I've been living in the VI. From the VI, I come down to Lucia. And I find the police brutality was very rough and Rastafarian. If they find you for split, they charge you the amount of money they will charge you and send you to jail and cut your dread and put you in prison for marijuana. That was really a crime, and the people them that been using marijuana in this time, just not Rasta alone, but for the whole population. So I find it's time for to step up and to free up the hopes, you know, because the hope is making good use. It does help a lot of youth that have been in violence to fix up themselves and make them could see the light and to see that to live a better life. Because I personally could say that from the time I started to smoke marijuana from 1969, it teach me a lot by my own self, because I come to know about myself, I come to know about my culture, I come to know about where I'm from and everything, like to me definitely my history and make me be a better person and light my spirit, and especially for religion, belief and all them things as Rastafarian. I find like it's time for them to free it up, because he has this personal use for human being.
So what are the diseases or sicknesses that you know that the marijuana can cure or manage?
Well, marijuana could cure many sickness. From we say that you have people that have asthma, marijuana could cure that. People that have diabetes, all people that have sugar, you see, marijuana could heal them and give them a relief. And plus the marijuana could help people that have blood clots. You see, people that have fits taking them and shaking epilepsy, that help them. Because I know one of my brothers that been used to have that, called ICOB. And that man, right now, that man couldn't even walk proper, and now that man walking more better than before. And when he used to smoke the marijuana, his foot used to trembling and sweat. And if you see that man now, totally different.
ICOB?
Yeah.
That's the partner from Oleon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
So marijuana is a medicine. So and you have so much of different things that you could do with the marijuana. Right? You must also just use the marijuana for smoking. You could cook the marijuana, you could make salad with it, you could make tea with it, you could make oil with it, you could make cake with it, you could make cookies with it. It's so much a different use of the marijuana you could make out of it. And plus it does keep you out of trouble. Because if you see someone cook marijuana and like you go do any kind of fighting or any kind of things, it's not the marijuana make him do that. It's the rum that he mix with, he drink with the marijuana. Because the marijuana does make you peaceful and agitate. You have young brothers that was going to school, study up the morning, and they have certain lectures, certain homeworks they was doing, right? And they used to come by me all the way up in the hill when I used to do judgment I come, right? And they used to smoke a split. And when they went and study, they man come A1 in test. Their own A1. You check it? So it does help you to meditate, to focus on what you've been doing. So I find it's time for them to free up the hopes.
So for asthma, how should they prepare the weed? Should they just smoke it or make the tea?
Well, the asthma people that the smoking not really, they cannot really stand the smoke, right? But they could take the roots and the leaf, especially the meal of the marijuana.
The meal? Yeah,
and boil it and drink it as tea.
Okay. Right? So you boil the meal, the leaves and the roots?
Yeah.
So
you have a flour in it.
Yeah.
You could just boil it.
So how many times should they drink that for the week?
Well, they could drink it for about a whole week.
Yeah.
Could drink it for 3 days and take a break and after start again, because it's just like a medicine.
Yeah.
Right?
So the oil, we have heard of marijuana oil. What is the oil used good for?
Yeah, the oil is good for people that have that thing there. What do you call that again? COPD. You know, and it's good for any rash or anything like that. It's very important, the oil.
So you pass the oil on the skin?
On your skin, and you make your skin look really most ivory clean and things like that, and good for your nubes and all your nubes and so open your pores and everything like that.
So the oil, how do they make the oil?
Well, I self personally never see how they make the oil, but I think they put the marijuana to boil it, and the oil is coming up from it.
Yeah.
But I never really see how they make the oil. But I know they make the oil out of it. You know?
So
no, not the seed, the marijuana self, the weed self.
so in America now they have different companies now that they give them license to make medicine and to grow weed. But around here they have been arresting people for weed for many years, and I suspect if there is any opportunity to make medicine from marijuana, I suspect it's the same people that were fighting it are the same ones that will get the license. So what plan you think, what would you recommend so that the people that were planting it before will have the rights to grow it for medicine?
Well, the people that have been growing it for years and get so much brutalized, they are the first one supposed to get a license to plant it, right? And to get a real market for it if they self cannot be able to process it. So to get the market, to get the first opportunity, because they are the one that get all brutalized. Like me, so police arrest me about 3 times already and put me in prison. They put me in prison, lock me up. I never take jail yet, and bush shot behind me and all things like that, get damaged and everything like that. So you find like the people that have been passing all the tribulation, they're supposed to be the one then to get a piece of the pie, you know, and you have them there that still could be able to process it the same way too. But whereas a large amount, you always have different people that would never been in it will be able to get a share of the same way. But then I would say the ghetto youth, the youth them that been on the street, they're supposed to get the first opportunity, you know, in that time.
Now, like in any medication, you have dosage. Say any medication, if you drink too much of it, you'll have a problem. But for weed and marijuana for asthma or whatever, it is not clear what the dosage is. And even when people smoke without a limit. Some people, even when they smoke without a limit. Like there is no limit for them, there is no level for them, and everything has to be done with moderation. You cannot just kill yourself in something.
That's true.
So one of the things that may have to be done is people have to have an idea as to what amount of thing that they need to use. Like if you have asthma, how many of the leaves you have to boil or whatever. So that is something that I find that it is not regulated. Like people just boil things and they do not know how much.
Yeah.
So what do you think? How do you think that they should go about to solve that situation?
It's like you using the marijuana for asthma, right? You think about people, you have big trees and small trees. You take a branch, a little branch of it, right? And the roots, and you boil it, right? That could be a dose, right? And you could take it for about a 3 days so, right? And you could take a ease if you want to, right? But according to how strong the sickness there in you, right? You could drink it for a whole week too, right? Because it's a hope medicine. But you have to have a certain amount to use. You cannot use a whole big tree or a whole pound of marijuana and just take it and boil it. You'll be overdose yourself, right? That's what it is. So if you're using the oil or the marijuana, you might take a teaspoon of oil every morning, right? You don't go drink a whole quart of oil of marijuana, right? So I myself is a man that's smoking chalice, right? But I like to burn marijuana when it's to steam it, right? Put it in a chalice and put the fire on top of the things and steam it up. Right? When I burn a chalice or I burn 2 chalice, I feel like they're ready. You check it. I won't go and force myself to say I go burn 10 chalice just to burn smoke just because I'm burning smoke, right? It's just like somebody that drinking alcohol. You're drinking about 2 glasses of rum, 2 glasses of what is it, 5-6 bottles. You will get yourself drunk. So you mustn't overdose yourself because that is something that's a medicine. Like you feel like one day you will get healed. You will get healed one day. It's step by step. So you have to have a certain control over it.
Now,
but you have to control yourself in that section, right? But that's how I see it.
Now, people believe like just like, well, at least even scientists believe, just like cigarettes causing people to get COPD, smoking marijuana can cause people to get COPD too. What do you think of that?
Well, I would say no. Marijuana would cause COPD because I smoke it from 1969, right? And like from the time that a brother introduced it to me, I smoke and I see that's the best thing that coming to me, and I stopped drinking and I start to smoke marijuana. If you take the marijuana, you mix it with cigarette, you mix it with tobacco, you mix it with hemp, you have a whole set of mixture that you make there. But that would come to when you want to burn it up and put it, there's been too much fire, too much heat for your liver. So that's what that has caused the COPD, is they mix the weed. But if you burn the weed straight, or you burn the weed and deal with the weed the way that you are supposed to get with it, you cannot give you the COPD.
What they're saying is that there is something.
But the marijuana have to grow also natural, with no chemical.
Okay.
You get? Because the chemical that has caused all the affection of the weed in the body. You get? Because too much chemical in the weed and it go into your brain is not good. So that's why I like about what they've been talking about the marijuana right now is to go with organic, because that's how I used to go my marijuana for all the days I used to grow marijuana. Is natural marijuana with cow dung and bat shit without the fertilizer.
Yeah, because one of the problems is like when people use all these things like karate and all these herbicides in marijuana, you might be giving the people cancer.
Exactly.
Lung cancer and everything like that. So to me, the way it is, like if it is that you want to use marijuana as medicine, you cannot use these chemicals. It's supposed to be organic. It's supposed to be organic.
Yeah.
You don't want to be getting people more sick than they're supposed to be. And one of the things I have observed is that a lot of the young people that grow with, they use a lot of chemicals.
That's true.
So it's like they're doing it more for business.
A business.
Not really. They're not doing it for medication or nothing like that. It's more for money. They're chasing money, and it's a business vibe.
That's true.
But if marijuana have to be used as a medicine, to me you have to do it organic.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's trouble you're going to cause people. And a lot of the times, that's what we see is just a lot of people using chemicals on this thing. With some urea fertilizer to give it a little push. And mainly animal manure. But that is better than to be using this and spraying with those other things.
Yeah.
So people need to be careful with smoking, and you don't know where it comes from, you don't know who do it, and they may use a lot of chemicals and they can give people cancer with that thing there.
I started as an organic farmer from years, and as the first organic farm that ever started in St. Lucia is Roots Farm, right? And I am a member of Roots Farm, so I am always pushing organic farmers. Now I hear they start to talk about organic, right? But I know that's the best way to grow, you know. But you just have people that don't have the patience and they don't know how to craft them and see the craft and making progress. But you could make big things with organic farming as long as you're giving the right treatment. You know.
Anyway, any other word that you would have for that production? Any other vibes that you have to drop?
Well, what I have to say, I would say to the public, to the man that have the authority, to educate the people a little more about the marijuana and to fill it up as a medicine purpose. Because and it have a use, and it will help the economy, and it will help the youth them to be better and to get a job, something that they could do, you know, where they could be able to make some change to help themselves in the future. But marijuana is not the one that causing the crime and all the violence and all the COPD and all them things. It's the mix that they're doing with the marijuana and badly using it, like overusing it, like they're drinking and over drinking. So that's why they cause the problem. It's the people self that's the problem, but it's not the weed. Okay.
I will give you a speech of different thing like that, you know.
That's my brethren, Passy.
Yeah, this is the Passy, the original Dan Gargan, you know.
This morning we're going to look to make some medication for the Passy.
Yeah.
So we know that we have heard of the international herb.
Yeah.
Has been good for asthma.
Yeah.
And Brother Passy has been diagnosed with asthma.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get some medication.
Yeah.
To make some medication for Brother Passy.
Yeah.
What you have to tell the people about how the asthma does make you feel?
The asthma, it's a dangerous thing, man. It's a real dangerous thing, you know, shutting up your breath and different things like that, you know. Make you get real weak, man, you know, at times, you know, and you can't really walk, you can't run. And when you get that, you know, it's like, you know, that is the end of your life, you know. Because you will not be able to do any kind of work, you check it. To say, well, like walking or do something for survival, that will be really hard and tricky, you know. So when you shut up breath, like, you know, you have no kind of control over yourself. Yeah, when you really shutting up breath, like when you walk in and you shut up breath, you know, you would like to rest, you will not, if you get a good place to rest, you might fall on different things like that, you understand what I'm saying? It's a kind of dangerous sickness, you understand? And I believe because that, other people say that sickness is some kind of COPD business and different things like that, you know, and that caused by the tobacco, man, cigarette, man. And the best medication for it, you know, is ganja weed, you know. It's the herbs, you know. You can boil the ganja, you can boil the roots of the ganja, and then it will give me a good, you know, a good relief and different things like that, you know. Yeah, man.
So this morning we're trying to get you some medication for that.
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, so Brother Sai, concerning the marijuana, you said that when you were young, when you were a boy, you had a problem with
asthma.
You had asthma.
Yeah, asthmatic.
And so during that time, around how old you were when you had the asthma problem?
When I raised up as a little boy, I raised up, but when I was about, I could say, to know really I had that thing. When I was in the age of 10, 11, 12 going up, so that was very troubling me, by coughing and different things like that. But they gave me, people gave me milk, cow milk, and throw a lizard in it. And it was, I was still a little relief a kind of way, but still the coughing is there. Because the asthma is something like, is a slime, like fluidy. You check it, the really greasy thing. Now, when I start from my 10 going up, I used to go to school and different thing. Because I started bullying with since I was going to school. Yeah. When my family and people come from Korea and come down, yeah, I started smoking weed. But my family did not want me.
Before you started smoking weed, because some people believe smoking can get, trigger asthma. So you had the asthma problem before you started smoking weed or after?
No, before I smoking weed.
Okay, so during that time, did you go to visit the doctor?
Yes, I visit doctor already.
And they gave you medication?
Well, them doctor medication will pass that for a small while, and afterward, you go still have the hard coughing again.
So then, at what point you started using the marijuana for asthma?
Well, I started smoking weed in the age of 12 going up. When I started smoking weed, and I don't really feel that again.
So you're saying from the time you started smoking the weed, you stop having the cough and things
like
that?
Coughing. Even though I have a little dry cough, just a natural little cough, but very heavy cough inside. First time I smoking weed there, and I have, I'm trying to tell you, from a little boy, my mother used to beat me. You look there, rise up in that house there. You know, my grandmother and my uncles that in the state used to beat me for smoking weed because I was the only person in the family using weed, saying not good and different things. And when I started smoking weed, brother, that passed. But also I don't have the cough. Because I was always, especially when the rain was, like the weather turning bad, that coming bad on me. And when I started smoking weed, then I used to smoke my leaf, not always, you know, but sometimes I smoke a joint, or 2 joints a day. I used to smoke heavy before. I don't smoke heavy like that because you don't have to abuse weed. Because that is a medicinal thing, it's a natural thing. You don't have to just smoking weed. When I started smoking weed, as a young man growing up, and at 12, man, that leave me alone. Because also I have 54 years. That leave me alone,
Okay.
The coughing, because you see when you smoke like that, I smoke, you always have some a big slime coming right up. I just feel something coming up and I have to spit it out, eject it.
Like a phlegm?
Yeah, that is it. It's that there.
So, Edis, but you mainly use the smoke. What about, I heard some people use the tea. You never use the tea?
The tea is very good. I use the tea. Yes, I use the tea. And I don't use the tea by itself. ganja itself. Sometimes I could just boil the ganja itself. But I using it with different herb.
Okay, so if somebody is interested in knowing how to prepare that tea, how would you ask them to prepare it?
Oh yes, to prepare this ganja tea there, you take some ganja leaf that is actually green. If it is not green, you could still use it as if it's dry already. You could still use it as you using that thing there about the not coffee or red rose. You could just put some ganja, not very much, about a little pinch of ganja about that size of my finger. About the amount you see in a bag of red rose have. You just take a little pinch within that 2-finger index and that you put in a cup. And you could actually have a good hot water you boil and just pour it on it and cover it. All the steam stay inside of it. After that you just take out the ganja and you sweeten it if you don't want to get too much sweeten, but more you not sweeten it, in better for you. And you drink that, that's just alright for you.
So like 1 cup, how often the person have to drink that the tea, the ganja tea, how often?
You could drink that about 3-4 times a week, that not really nothing.
Okay.
Before people used to say ganja is a thing that do you think that's not true. I used to believe that before.
So
ganja is a thing that was not
do you
true.
get the high when you drink the tea, the leaves tea?
Oh, not really. You don't really get high to say like this is smoking. No.
Now, the roots, do they make the tea with the roots too?
Like the same thing, you could do it. You could take the ganja root or either the ganja leaf. There's something, I had a book from a friend of mine and she was a teacher. And I give her back that book. But I want to order that book back. It was telling about the healing of herb wonders.
The healing wonders of herbs?
Yes. Now that book go show you a lot of them different herb, you know, especially that one that close to ganja, they call it that Marijuana. It's spelling almost the same way, M-A-R-I-G-U-A-N, and marijuana M-A-R-I-G-U-A-N-A, marijuana. But you see that Marijuana you see in there, it is an international thing. You could boil it with the ganja the same way because it could take out anything you have in your blood, like so a fluid, like, you know, another thing. Yeah, that's good.
Do you heard of the marijuana oil?
I do it already.
And the oil is good for what?
This oil is good for anything, for headache, for any sickness.
You drink the oil or you put it in your mouth? How you use it?
Rub. I eat some already with breadfruit already.
But you rub it?
Yeah, you could rub with it. You have something written, you rub with it.
Okay.
Because the ganja itself, you see in the kill pain, certain pain.
Yeah, it's a painkiller.
It give you appetite too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before when I just used to smoke, I used to eat a lot. Some cochon. But you know, they don't know. I used to smoke that time. But it's the eating, you smoke. It gives you good appetite. And the next thing again, it helps. The ganja helps for pain and different things. I go have a headache there sometimes. I smoke out with it. I say, smoke that with it. And sometimes when you see the next time. Yeah, because you know, my auntie told me in the state they already have this ganja tablet.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yes, for pain.
But what happened is the plant is there, and we know that there are so many things that it could be used to cure, to heal, or to manage.
Yeah.
But yet they have kept it illegal.
Yeah, this is a drug that they.
Yeah, but we know from the time we were small, the Rastas used to say that it is good for glaucoma, it is good for asthma, it is good for cancer.
Yeah.
They used to say all of those things, and nobody would take the Ras serious.
No.
And it's only now as the scientists,
the higher ones.
Yeah, as the scientists now have gotten into accepting it, and they know that is now other people are accepting it.
Yeah.
But the Ras were always telling them that.
That is true.
You know, we had older people.
That is true.
All the older people that knew about that were always telling us that from the time we were small. And they were making it look like it is something that was
poisonous first.
Yeah.
And that's not poisonous.
And we have seen situations where even people that have epilepsy,
it
cut it down. It cut down
a lot
epilepsy.
of different sickness, man.
Yeah.
They have sickness I don't even know that there's a cure that ganja you see in there.
Arthritis.
Yeah.
All this kind of
ganja.
thing.
Yeah, man. Ganja good. I mean, nobody ganja good. But you don't have. You should you that rise in there. We'll just hear about ganja. We'll just take ganja, just smoke ganja. I want to walk on the street. They want to walk on the street and smoke ganja and people present and different things. Because me as a Rasta, I went in there to them. People tell me, Rasta so half me. I don't smoke in people present.
Yeah.
The kind of man I am. Because you tell me, you never see me somewhere, never smoke. No, I don't smoke in people present. You see, I buy home, I get up, And it's not all the time I feel like smoke. I feel like taking a small smoke, I just go and take a smoke.
You see,
But
the thing about this thing is like, just like anything, you don't abuse things.
Yes.
Like if you abuse food, it will mess you up. Like
Thank you,
you
brother.
eat too much, you'll get
Thank you,
too much weight, and
you
you're gonna
know that
affect your health.
You know the vibe.
If anything that you drink too much, anything that you do too much,
use too much.
so you have to do everything in moderation.
Yeah.
So similarly, if it is that they're going to use marijuana as medicine,
Yeah.
they have to use it in moderation.
Yes, in a tariff.
You cannot be using it as if it's like
no,
it's water
just
you're
water,
drinking.
exactly. On the street, just smoking and walking and that issue
Yeah,
like that.
and the other thing is, even if something is good, there is a dosage.
Yes,
there's a certain amount that will work.
Thank you.
And beyond that amount, it can cause problems.
Thank you.
And so people do not recognize these things, and
Thank
they will
you.
just smoke all day. And
Thank you. That's why God
do things.
give us it like that. Anything God create for us here, it is on earth. Like the bush, you see, all of them have the power. But you have to use it on a tariff. If you go above levels, like you don't abuse it already, you abusing it. If you abuse it, it will abuse your body too, because you're abusing it. You know.
Mais oui, nous because tant qu'à venir, on fait pas là encore. Si marijuana, on va y planter ici. Aïe, il faut y colter marijuana pour faire là, pour faire payer aïe. Well, you can't listen up, pin, you can't listen me, but pin, you can't listen. Yeah, oui. Oui. Donc il va arrêter quand il bout de maladie. Pour le champ là, top malé il a pas problème. Oui, top malé il a là quand marijuana, ça pas bon. 200 pieds boyer. Vous comprenez? Vraiment. Oui.
So you say you agree to legalize marijuana?
Yes, I agree. For how many percentages I agree to legalize ganja? Yes, you were talking about the banana. The banana was good. It was green gold. But right now the banana dead. We have to have something else to get the things going on. The marijuana is the better thing to do.
So you think poor people will benefit from?
Yes, I believe so. I don't believe they will get the right price. The government will make more. But what they will get, they will satisfy inside. They will go to go jail.
So what do you think marijuana good for? Why do you think people should be?
For medicine, I know marijuana good for. It's not too many just smoking marijuana.
Okay.
Thank you.